Close to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016. There's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's George. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, McNair. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First down, George. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. McNair to throw. Open man is Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
First down, Green Bay.
On the ready. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Double tight. Double tight.
They'll run on first down. It's George. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Third down. McNair got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, it's McNair. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a loose football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Ooh, the juke. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, here's McNair. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw on third down. McNair steps away to his left. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Niners 7, Packers nothing. Matt Gay on board the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. He pitches it out. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
First down to number 43.
No gain on this defense. No gain. Hatchet.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Packers 10, 49ers 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, Getting good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now they try the right side here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On second down now, it's George. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, George. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Start. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. In for the score. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Off the play fake. Start. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This quarterback now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a 1st down. Back to throw. Start. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here we go. 9th wall. Okay, Buzz. Ready, go.
Off play action. Start. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Looking to throw. Start. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? Bravo! Give me some. Give me some.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Well, the clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Packers.
So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Off the play fake. Start. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's George. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Right back to him on first down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Watch two. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Shift.
Now a give, right side. It's George. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, McNair. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Come get some.
On first down, George. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Play action. It's McNair. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, McNair. And he hits his man, Matthews. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Tighten up.
They'll run on first down. It's George. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now McNair. Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Check three.
McNair. He's got his man on the crossing route. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, McNair. Being chased out left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On 4th down, McNair. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off play action. Start. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. As his guys are in for 6. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 6-yard line.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want none.
Off the play fake. Start. Eluding the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. And he is going to lose yardage here. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now McNair. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
On second down, McNair buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Flush to it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on fourth down. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. So the victory here for San Francisco, and I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Niners, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports,